forward, it certainly caught my attention. Omen's really good on this map, and Drone just takes up a bit too much space. Wardell's going to actually follow suit. Maybe this is something actually Echo 8 aren't necessarily expecting. This nice close-in angle, especially when it comes to Sub-Rose, if he's going to not check the angle. But look at the spray, and Wardell getting 4! Nobody checks it. Can he get the ace? Of course he can. Fuck, what a brilliant...
And popped off in the voice chat. Great first round coming out from Wardell. Really sets a statement for the pace of the match, as it was looking a little promising off the start, but Wardell just completely stomps that one out. So moving into this next round, TSM going to be floating off the economy a little bit by using the Ghost still in play here. Sabrosa actually is going to get one. There's a Force Spy coming in here as well. Saw him with that Spectre, able to get the trade, and they actually have a player advantage, as well as, I believe it is Drone that's also been taken out of the equation.
Wardell just only dedicated to the Marshal. He'll probably have more money to buy whatever the hell he wants after that ace. Here was me saying, nah, he's only going to get like 15 frags today. He's 1/3 of the way of getting that already in the first round. But it's not done just yet. Hayes is going to push up relatively close, but sort of caught between a rock and a hard place. He drops down the rope as people go up a bit. Oh, that was a bit awkward, but Wardell is catching more people out. Superman gets downed, and even the ultimate coming out now. Bladestorm is going to be used aggressively, dashing onto the site, gets a little bit of damage onto the Sage, but not enough. Sam is going to put in a bit of damage, gets the triple kill. Now it's a 1v1.
Yeah, not really on that caliber, but definitely not the most popular when it comes to the duelists currently in rotation. Psalm tries to get aggro with the Leer. There's a flash as well coming out from the Omen. That's the Paranoia popping down. Spike being dropped as well. The remaining two were actually in B main. And you can see it's actually Aaron who plays the Raze, trying to sneak in, getting peppered up by Cutler, who finally finishes off that target. It will be Def, currently in a 1-on-3. Spike is down inside the smoke, and as the smoke pops, he's surrounded.
Drake's from World of Warcraft, but it doesn't matter though. Wardell is going to get those frags no matter what Dragon Gun you give him. He's going to get the kills, and he always looks good when he does it.
He's playing on the edge of this smoke. You know, we talk about the other three quite a lot, but Cutler and Hayes coming in with heaping helpings of experience in the Counter-Strike world, most notably playing with that Mousepaz and CLG roster for such a long period of time. Hayes is actually going to peek up over top of the wall, taking down that Initiator. There's the Molly, the hot hands going down on Aaron as well. It's just not looking so good right now for the side of Echo 8. Now, Brando has brought it down to 2 with the Sheriff work. No res currently for the Sage. Self-heal available, no armor. Wall is there, double slow orb as well, but doesn't want to likely waste that. Bring that into the next. So typically you'd see Cutler playing that Cypher, but has opted to go for the Omen, which we would sometimes see Sabrosa play. So there's the ult pop. That rocket not necessarily going to go down, as the Paranoia is just too powerful. It's so incredibly strong. Superman starts to make it into the site with the ult, and there's the retake of sorts into the site. Coming through is going to be TSM trying to get back in, trying to prevent that spike from being planted, but it will go down back behind the default box. Superman, as the Omen, has the possibility to try and TP out of this, but knows not really going to have that capability. Just trying to play back behind this box. Peeking up, spots out the first target in Drone. It's a 1-on-1 against the Knock, but it's Wardell. Doesn't make a difference. Great kills coming in from Superman as Echo 8 finally get themselves on the board here in the 5th round.
I think TSM works wisely. It's a silly thing to do, but all of the operators are going to be key here. Wardell almost catches the kill, but smoke puts him off enough that he can't land the shot. Just quite, at least.
He does get the heal as well coming in from Hayes as he goes for the retreat, trying to reposition over towards the A site. You know, the reason we saw that clutch from Superman was because of a change not that long ago to this map where that box became solid. You could not spam through it anymore. Back in the early stages of the game, you could spam that box. He wouldn't have been able to do that, so being able to duck down behind that box opened up that opportunity. It's the small changes to the map that have given the attacking side just a little bit more of a leg up than they previously had. Still very defense-sided. Now, again, we see this passive play we saw in the last map. This time, though, it's going to be Sabrosa. It's not going to be Nicholas who was doing it for the likes of Code 7. Sabrosa finds 2. Wardell, meanwhile, picking one off with the Operator. No surprise there. It's what he does best. It's down to Brando, the Sage, trying to work up ramp, but the round's already pretty much lost. 30 seconds left. Spike in their possession. Wardell says, 3 kills on the round, please. I'd like some more.
11 TSM just aren't buying it. It's the difference between them and Immortals, but Superman actually catches it out, forces the resurrect early from Hayes, The wall and the slow has been thrown in, but look how many people are stacked up towards mid, even to the point that Sabrosa was going to use the orbital strike. Unfortunately, Aaron's pink shields catch him out completely, and it's going to be a bit of a kerfuffle happening towards mid.
There's Drone popping off. That's just what Drone does, kind of the
mid. Sabrosa and Hayes have it pretty much on lockdown, but it seems that Drone is going to come in and offer a little bit of support. Hayes managed to get the pixel perfect angle just to spot where Superman was. Throws up the wall. The Resurrect is available on the attack if they want to bring back the Omen player. Cutler's actually switched his position around to be on A, which is interesting. Sabrosa wanted to use the orbital strike this time. Doesn't quite catch the Cypher on his left-hand side, but it doesn't matter too much. The wall breaks nicely, offers up a nice little avenue, and TSM right now are just spoiling this ball.
Distracting at times. Holding down A ramp right now. There they come right around the corner. They're going to be popping that ult potentially as Aaron has it available. They've got 4 ults also. So they've got the res, they've got the Empress, and they've also got the Omen TP. Wardell hits the shot despite the paranoia coming through. Hayes is also going to connect. Dispatching of Superman. Empress has been popped, and that's the aggressive play coming in from Psalm with just a pistol. But the round didn't really work out too well for Psalm despite that ult. And it will be
a little bit. They weren't taking it as seriously as they may have done with this tournament. But they're just showing us, nope, we are fully trying our hardest in this tournament. We are still the scariest team in NA, and they're doing it with pizzazz, Bok. Like, the way that they're playing this game is a sight to behold.
Drone's getting aggressive as well. No surprise there. He's feeling it right now. Wants to take the fight to their doorstep. Doesn't realize there's one more around the corner. So Def there with the punish. Def looks so good when he filled in with FaZe during the T1 and Nerd Street Gamers showdown. There's the ult coming in. He actually goes up into it and takes a little bit more damage. Wardell is down to 23, has to watch out for the nade that's currently there, goes for the reload. No, never mind, just continuing to wait for the push to come through. There's the reload coming out on the operator. So it will be one of the more promising rounds we've seen as they've gotten site control. The spike going down in just a moment. Wardell starting to peek towards Aaron. Aaron doesn't even get a shot out from the rifle. So now it's a 2-on-3. The numbers advantage going the direction of TSM. It's now down to 1. It's Psalm who's coming in as a bit of a roster change, but it doesn't work out so well for him yet again. Surprise, surprise. It's been that way throughout this first half entirely. It's going to be 9-1 now. TSM just looks so incredibly good.
They win this game, they are in the playoff. TSM, they're taking all of the glory and they're doing it in style.
Now they're going to be going after Cutler, who's over on this B site. And Cutler just backing off, using that wall for some cover. As the ult gets popped, Cutler's going to get one. Has to be careful, though. Very low on HP. Wardell with that quick shot does manage to take out Aaron. But there's a fast trade coming in from Superman, who is actually responsible for the 1-round win thus far for the side of Echo 8. And
he did this role. It can just be as disciplined and straightforward as that. Let the other players shine. And this is a nice bit of intel that the defenders are able to get. Wardell's now playing very aggro, but get out of there. That's the beauty of playing Jet. But yet again, it's Drone that gets the majority of the damage done with a nice double kill. Wardell's actually missing. I think there's something wrong with my screen, Bob, because that seems very uncharacteristic of what we've seen from Wardell so far.
Yeah, Wardell looking like Whiffley Snipes currently as the shot.
Some of these bigger teams, like, they're certainly going to be firm favorites. They just needed to remind people that they're firm favorites going into it.
Great play coming out early from Aaron as the nades do fantastic damage. Cutting things down to 3. But Drone's in such a good position. Wall on the ropes, puts one to the back of the skull of Brando. There's the flash coming around the corner as well. The Omen has to back out, as does his support. Drone's going to be running around thunderfooting as the spike is actually going the opposite direction. So they're going to be backing out despite the fact that they had ramp control. They're going to be going towards the B site where you've only got the Cypher. Now, they're not exactly being quiet about this, so Cypher is going to be moving back towards the stairs. The camera's going to be the first thing that spots them. Smoke's going to go down. Def is going to try to spam through. Does end up dropping Sabrosa, which was the player with the most HP. Going to be another one for Def, and it all comes down to 1. It'll be Cutler who's in the clutch position here. Inside the smoke is 1. Waiting for him is Superman, and in the Drone starting to work his way back towards B main where he initially spotted him. The rest of the team currently sitting back in mid, trying to work their way towards Heaven. There's 2 currently defending it. There's the Sage and the Raze. If a nade comes down, a lot of damage could be dealt. There's the Ice coming in, could slow them down. Great damage to Wardell off that nade, drops him down to 37 HP.
So far, Echo 8 are just chipping him away. Everybody's alive, even the heal be dedicated, brings it down. Aaron does eventually get killed, but it's fair to say the damage is already done with the triple kill that he picked up. The rest
balance things out a little bit differently. We saw a lot of players going to the Vandal and switching back towards the Phantom in the long run. Superman playing close and aggressive with the SMG right on the other side of that one's going to make it work. Wardell goes up vertically and starts to float his way towards the ropes, but it doesn't go so well for him. And it's down to now just one. It's Cutler. That is an impressive round coming in from Echo 8.
Yet again from TSM. The dunk from Aaron right into the air with the showstopper. You would expect this to be another round good towards Echo 8. We could see it come all the way back, Bok, but somehow I doubt it.
Aaron almost touching the skybox at that point.
Yeah.
With that showstopper so high. The verticality coming in from the raise. Drone steps in the hot hands for like half a second, gets an additional maybe 5 to 7 HP to try and round out his health just a little bit more. The spike is currently at the bottom of ropes. It's in the hands of Wardell. He doesn't have his trusty operator. He's on a Vandal. Now, the good thing is, with the noise that's being made towards B by his teammates, they're starting to pull this Omen out of position. With the position currently from the Omen, they've actually got the site free and clear. So there's the smoke coming down, but Wardell, I do not like this play so much. It's all about timing. Almost gets caught as he comes through. It's a bit of a gamble, given that he had the spike, but it will be the site lost.
I mean, it's what the hell, it's a gamble. This is what he does. He lives life on the edge, but it was good play now because of all of the control the TSM have on this attack on the retake. There's one frag, just one more now, which is Depth, who is going to slowly make his way over to the site. Might save, really hard to say, but seems to be gravitating towards that area. Runs into Drone, that opens up things a little bit more nicely in this 1 versus 2. Wardell changing up his positioning, has a nice aggressive off angle on this right-hand side. I love the fact that we have X-rays in this game. The camera's not going to quite spot him. He's just going to run out. Wardell's just going to line that shot up.
First half. So again, we see Wardell with that operator, and of course he goes for the jump peek and aggressive play coming in towards mid. Deft, though, with the op over in B, actually finding the opener and throwing down the cyber cage, maybe trying to get back behind it. There was Drone sort of leaning towards that B site early on. The dark cover going down towards heaven. You've got Wardell now peeking, waiting for this wall to either pop or wait for the Sage to come out from that position right around the corner. You do have the Sage up on top of it. There's the Raze nade coming down to do the damage.
Oh
There's the peek. Aaron gets the kill coming in from the nade. Nice dash coming out as well. He's looking for the shot through the wall. Does connect on one with that Sheriff, but it's not enough to take down his target.
He's trying to get the flicking. Could only do so much. Aaron has the nice shot in, but Drone can trade. He's the last one alive. Pretty much surrounded, but he is a Phoenix. He's not locked in with them. They're locked in with him. He is going to make a lot of noise, though. There is a bit of a crossfire setup, and Superman with the operator able to get the frag. Depth picking up a second one.
Live, but before the round goes live, so that'd be kind of nice. Wardell pops the ult, goes up on top of the Sage wall to peek over towards heaven. Doesn't see anything as they're not out on the balcony. Waiting currently on Sabrosa to actually open things up. They've got his ult to fall back on as well, but just can't connect.
Didn't really get any shots in there. There is a From the Shadows available for the Omen. He might just teleport just right on top of where the attackers are, just to be like, oh, yep, they're all here. Everybody brace yourselves, get Depth to rotate all the way over if needs be. But right now, they're just being patient. A lot of sort of late round ultimates to use with the Neural Theft and the From the Shadows, but I mean, the Blade Storm is still in play from Wardell. Doesn't time out, obviously, unless he misses all those shots. But now we're starting to see a bit more of alert going towards ramp. Patient play from the defenders not to peek out too soon. They haven't given up just yet when it comes to this area of the map, but time's been wasted. 20 seconds left on the clock. The execute needs to come in now.
There's the ult coming out. Nice paranoia from Superman, but with the op, it's going to be quite difficult as they push through. Not able to connect on that somewhat blind shot inside the smoke. You've got Aaron currently underneath. It's a bit of a bloody round, but Echo 8 do come out on top, so 2 players survive. They'll even go back in a matter of time. You do have Wardell with the op again, so the buy is certainly capable of ending things here, but let's give credit where credit is due.
I mean, can you imagine if Echo 8 bring this back? That would be even better than the last game that we just saw with Code 7 and Immortals. We'd have some crazy stories to happen, but things are looking more even. I think regardless now, Echo 8 can leave with their heads held high just a little bit more than they would have done otherwise, but It's still an awful lot to do. This defense is well played, though. It's patient. They're stacking in the right places. We're all completely flashed. Brando is the first to get the killing blow. Sub Rosa does trade. Showstopper now available for Aaron, who gets the kill into Sub Rosa. It's just going to be a 3-on-4 now, so TSM is still in this. The operator is still in play, but Wardell's just not looking at the right time, and Depth just peeks him. Fortunately, Cutler does more. The res is there on drone, and Aaron's able to get a third.
Yeah, the bait res coming through doesn't really work out so well. Nice shooting from Cutler, who does have the spike and the ult, so he's going to go all the way over to the A site with the port. Almost want to see him cancel it in that situation. Make them think you're actually going to commit, or fake it. Fake it to the back of B. Make them think you're actually going A. It would have been bold. And then go for the B plant instead. Obviously, once he goes for the plant, they're going to know where it's at. He hears the drop, goes for the peek. Does Cutler have it in him to close things out? No! He runs out of ammo. The magazine runs dry. So again, Echo 8 barely survived, but they continue to put rounds on the scoreboard.
Forced out a few ultimates, I suppose.
You've got the bulk of the players currently grouped up in mid. The Sheriff from Wardell not connecting there initially. They're going to be backing off. It is even 5-on-5 strength currently. You do have Run It Back available for Drone, who's got the Vandal here, and you can see the Brim, Sabrosa, just behind him, getting ready to set up a play. We'll see if we're going to see that ult pop come out from the Phoenix, and there it is. So Run It Back has been popped. The Paranoia to lead in towards Heaven as well. They're trying to run away, and they're having a bit of a difficult time. Sabrosa and Drone can't find that tripwire quick enough, and there's the ult wearing off just as they're about to spot them. So now the support is arriving, but at this point it's almost too late. Everyone on the site has fallen. There's upgrades coming out here. The ult coming out from Sabrosa as well forces Psalm right into him, and Wardell will close things out in the end. 13-6.